Okay, so we are doing a 24-hour readathon. Why? Because I have a pretty free next 4 days. Alliteration is alliterating. But yeah, I just want to read, guys. I just want to read. That's the main motive behind this readathon. I just want to ignore my responsibilities and give all my time to reading. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to spread the 24-hour timer over the next 4 days. Hopefully I'll be able to complete the 24 hours in the next 4 days, because that's the time frame that I'm giving myself. I have 4 books that I definitely want to read. The first one is The Perfect Marriage. Then I have a Christmas romance called The Christmas Book Club. Third book is The Everlasting. I've been hearing so much about this, and it's a fantasy that really interests me, so I want to read that. And the fourth book on my TBR is House of the Beast. So those are the 4 books that I want to read in the span of the next 4 days. There's like 1 book per day, so do I think I'll be able to do it? I don't know. But the book I'm starting with is The Perfect Marriage. It's on Kindle Unlimited, so that's how I'm going to be reading it. I don't know why Candy Crush is open on my tab. So The Perfect Marriage is kind of a mystery thriller, and like the little tagline is that his mistress is dead, his wife is his only hope, which sounds so interesting. And I love domestic thrillers. Those are my favorite kind of thrillers, and I think this is going to be really fast paced, really bingeable. I think it's really good to start 24-hour readathons with mysteries, because they always just flow by so fast. So I'm going to stop the timer whenever I'm not reading, whenever I'm like eating or sleeping, so I get to read for like a proper 24-hour span and just get as much reading done as possible. Hopefully I really want to read all 4 books, but we'll see, because I'm not a feral reader. So yeah. Okay, so I'm around 3.5 hours into the readathon. My tab is on charge outside. I didn't bring it in, but I'm 50% of the way into The Perfect Marriage, and it's really interesting. It's really immersive. It's really gripping. We have the perspectives of both the wife and the husband, like the wife who's defending the husband, and then we have the husband's defense about the affair and everything. And I really love delving into both their psychologies and just seeing what's happening from both their perspectives. I think that just makes it way more immersive. I think this is the perfect setting for a domestic thriller. We have the mistress, and the mistress is such a bad person. Honestly, I can see why she died. So I'm sorry, that's such a bad thing to say, but it's true. And I really like the pace at which everything is happening. The writing style is not my favorite. I think it's a little clunky, but I really like the pace at which everything is happening. I think it's really fast paced. I think we are getting everything told to us pretty concisely and just in a really smooth flow, so I'm really enjoying that. I really love this whole who done it angle, because obviously we're trying to figure out who the real murderer is behind this mistress, because no one believes it's this guy, and I have so many theories about who it is, right? So it's really interesting because it's letting me guess on my own. It's giving me enough clues to just form my own theories. And like, this is not my favorite book in the entire world, but I think it's really damn good. It's genuinely one of the most bingeable thriller books ever. Oh my god. There's this mother-in-law character in this book, okay? Like, the husband's mom, and she's literally the most annoying person in the entire world. She thinks that it's okay that her perfect boy cheated on his wife, because like she doesn't pay enough attention to him. And like, the thing she says, like, why did you put your career before your husband, and he's the most important thing in the entire world, like, do you blame him? You've deprived me of a grandchild because of your it's really, there's so much information that's still withheld from us about like this mistress's past, this wife's past. So we have a lot of things going on, and I'm so excited to figure out what's happening. I'm so excited to get to the end. I'm really invested, and I really need to know what happens. Genuinely love everything that's happening. I love the investigation of just everything. Another thing I was saying is that I love both the plot and the character development, because everything is just told to us so concisely. I love both the characters. I love the psychology, but even the side characters are so fleshed out, and you can guess at their piece of the story, like where they fit in. And the way the plot is shown, like, it's building up to that point, and it's just so interesting. The 2 words I would use to describe this book are bingeable and just really gripping, also immersive. So I stopped the stopwatch at 7 hours 22 minutes yesterday, and I completed The Perfect Marriage, our first book for the readathon, and it was interesting. I think there were a lot of things that left me really disappointed. Firstly, there was not enough courtroom drama as could have been, and that would have just made the story so much better. Plus, the ending was so rushed. There were so many loose ends that were left untied, that were left unexplained, and it could all have been fleshed out so well. I was so immersed in the story. I wanted to know what happened next, but towards the end, the author was just like, "Yeah, this is the solution for you," or she didn't give a solution for some things, and that just felt so unsatisfying. Like, there was this one thing I was so invested in because I genuinely couldn't figure it out myself, but the payoff, like the payoff was good. I kind of expected it, so yeah. But there was this one mystery that I really wanted resolved, and then the author just ended it at one line towards the end. So I'm really disappointed. I think I really like the first 70% of it, so that's good. But the last 30% was just really disappointing to me, really unsatisfactory to me. So I think I'm gonna give this 3.75 stars because I did enjoy it. It's just not my favorite thriller because I feel like it's not fleshed out enough. It's not just executed properly. The payoff was not executed properly. So yeah, that's the first book done. The second book I'm gonna pick up is The Everlasting by Alix Harrow. I've heard so many good things about this. I think it's like a I love you in every lifetime kind of situation with like a historian who goes back to meet a woman he idealizes, which sounds just mind boggling. And I don't remember hearing a truly negative review about this one from any booktuber I watched. So I'm so excited to get started. Okay, so I'm up to 15 hours 11 minutes in the readathon. I just completed The Everlasting, and I'm so unwell, guys. I'm genuinely so unwell. This is one of the most satisfying, soothing, and wholesome books I've read in a long while. I just wrote the most poetic review for it on Goodreads. The only way to describe this story, this book in general, is beautiful because it has the most beautiful cover I've ever seen. It has the most beautiful story I've ever read. It has the most beautiful writing style, and it's so mesmerizing. You genuinely cannot take your eyes away from it. One thing about the book is that it's definitely not bingeable at all because that's precisely the point. You should not rush through this book. You should just stay and savor the experience that this book gives you, and you should just be so immersed in the story of Sir Una and just her scholar that you're lost to the medieval ages, and just this reality quietly slips away from you because that's exactly what's going to happen. One complaint I did have is that I would have loved to explore the magic system more and just spend more time with the characters, explore the lore more, but I still enjoyed this so thoroughly, so just completely. I love the gender reversal in this and just the dynamic the two characters have with each other. It's impossible to look away from. One thing that stood out to me the most about this book is that both the accounts, like there are two perspectives of Sir Una, the knight, the girl, and the bard, the scholar, who is her lover, and all both the accounts are in first person perspective, like I, but it's almost as if they're saying it to each other, like almost as if it's a bedtime story they're whispering to each other. So they address each other through the prose, like they're talking to each other through the prose. So there'll be sentences like, okay love, I won't do this, or I'll do it this way, or just like, you don't want this to happen. And it's so beautiful, it's so compelling, that just adds a touch of connection and just personality to the whole story. It's so amazing, it's so beautiful. One thing about me is that I love romantic literature, like the whole ideology of the cycle of life, death, birth and rebirth, nature, human mortality. I love exploring these romantic ideologies, romantic concepts. I love reflecting on them. The romantic period, romanticism is genuinely one of my favorite forms of literature, and this book was genuinely just an embodiment of that. So if you are someone who loves romantic literature, then this is just going to be your favorite book ever, because the way it describes nature, the way it talks about nature, of death and honor, human mortality, all of it, just running to the woods and living there, it's all just really beautiful. You'll really be mesmerized, and I think something in me is just healed after reading the story, because like I love romantic literature, and I want to read more romantic literature, and this was just it. I can't believe my review for this is so short, because my experience of reading this book was genuinely so weighty and just something I'll cherish for a long time. I'm definitely gonna go back to this book. I'm gonna listen to it on audiobook because I love both the narrators so much, and I just wanna bask in the story, bask in the world of the characters, get to know it more, discover the little intricacies in the story, and genuinely just annotate some lines that I loved, because it's just that kind of a story. It's not a story you get over very soon, because the impact this has left on me is unimaginable. I think I won't be able to read something else for quite some time, so I'm just gonna take a break to think about what I want to read next. It'll probably be a holiday romance, so just to get me back in that mood. I'm so sad that I like rushed through this book during the readathon, but I'm definitely gonna reread it. I'm just so in love with it now. When I tell you all that I've hit the biggest reading slump ever after finishing The Everlasting, because I haven't read anything after just I gave you that update about what I thought about that book. Now I'm in a very bad reading slump because I do not know what to pick up next, and I tried reading this one. I read like 50 pages of it, and it's too slow. It's genuinely not engaging me in the story, and reading this in itself took 2 hours. So now I'm at 17 hours in the readathon, which is so frustrating because I wanted to read more. It's 2 hours wasted. I think the next book I'm gonna pick up is, oh god, I'm so exhausted. My brain is genuinely shutting down. I don't know why, but I'm almost dizzy with exhaustion and just probably reading. But the next book I'm gonna read is Fake Skating by Lynn Painter. Just something cute and fluffy and fun, and that will hopefully help me overcome whatever has just come over me. Okay, so it's the fourth and last day of the readathon. I just washed my hair, which is why it kind of looks freaky, but I did reach up to 20 hours last night. I decided to DNF fake skating because I can't remember the last time I read a book that was so ridiculously immature and selfish. Both the main characters are literally just caricatures. They are so typical. There's absolutely zero unpredictability about them, because I've seen characters like them 100 times around. That entire book is just like a miscommunication trope that starts at the beginning of the book and takes the entire book to get resolved, because these two kids literally just can't communicate with each other. So yeah, it was all literally ridiculous. The female main character of that book was just, my god, she literally needs to grow up. That's it. She literally needs to grow up, because this guy, the male main character, was feeding his entire family through like hockey. Like that was his future. And this girl, every 2 pages, is like, it's just hockey. What's the big deal? I don't like hockey. Like, I get it, girl. You don't like hockey. It's okay. Leave him alone. So yeah, this female character had a typical I'm not like other girls syndrome, so I wouldn't recommend this book unless you're a 14-year-old girl with an I'm not like other girls syndrome. So it's just not it. Too young, too immature. It's just, I don't know what this book was trying to give, but I didn't want it. But I decided to complete the next 4 hours of the readathon, the remaining 4 hours, with Striker by Ana Huang. I absolutely adore this cover because look at it. It's beautiful. I've already read around 50% of it for another vlog, but let's just not talk about that. I think this book is, it's definitely no literary masterpiece, but it's just a fun time. I'm having fun. I'm enjoying my experience with this book. The two characters in this book, their names are Asher and Scarlet. They are okay as individuals. Like, I don't love them, but together they are just absolutely horrible. There's no chemistry between them, so I don't see how this is a romance book, because I don't feel the chemistry between them at all. There was no reason for this to be 600 pages long. This could have been wrapped up in 2 or 300 pages to keep a fast and engaging pace. So yeah, this is just like a mindless book that I need to get my brain off all the other bad books I've read. This is the book we are going for. This doesn't have enough female friendship, and I don't know what's wrong with Ana Huang's female main characters, because after the Twisted series you would expect just brilliant female characters and brilliant female friendships out of her, right? You won't be disappointed if you do, because I don't know what's wrong. There's not nearly enough female friendship, not nearly enough good female friendship. I think Ana Huang is just losing that USP, but it's okay because I like her writing style. It's fine. It's bingeable, so who cares? There was one character that appeared in this book for maybe like 1 or 2 pages. His name is Sebastian Laurent. I don't know how to pronounce the surname, but he reminds me so much of Gabriel from Emily in Paris. They are both like chefs and they both own a restaurant, and I love them, guys. I have a soft spot in my heart for guys like Gabriel. I don't know why, but I'm just heart eyes whenever I see Gabriel in Emily in Paris. So I can't wait to read Sebastian's book. I think his book is coming out in April, and his romance is with like an Indian girl. So I want to see what Ana Huang does with that. Genuinely can't wait to read it. Okay, so as you saw in the last clip, I did finally complete my 24-hour readathon. It's like Tuesday today, so it took a while, but we did complete it. I completed Striker last night. I was up till almost 4 a.m. trying to get through this book, and it was fun. Honestly, it was just a good time. It was an okay book, which is exactly what I needed. It was extremely predictable, but I did like our two main characters towards the end. Like, I wasn't fully invested in their story earlier, but towards the end I did start liking them. I liked spending time with them. There was a third act breakup in the last some pages, and I almost DNF'd the book at that point because I hate third act breakups. That is just like the one thing I can never get behind in romance books. I absolutely despise third act breakups. What's wrong with me? Why can't I say third act properly? It was really predictable. Like, I saw all of it coming right at the beginning of the book, which is why it was more frustrating, because like I knew the reactions would just be what they were even while the action was happening that led to the reaction, and it honestly just really frustrated the hell out of me. So I cannot just let go of that a little, which irritates me. But yeah, a predictable, fun, mindless book. I would honestly recommend it. There's just something about Ana Huang's writing style that just really appeals to me, and I really enjoy the way she writes her books, the way she structures her books. I love the little interconnectedness we get in each books. I think that just adds like a little, you feel like you're part of a community and like a friend group. So that's really fun. I loved the little nuggets in this book for like future books, past characters, cameos. I love all that in her books. Even the two main characters, it feels so nice to read an Ana Huang book where I don't despise the female main character, because I despise her in King of Greed, like the female main character. I think her name was Alessandra. I despised Sloane, and I was expecting to love her story, so that was really disappointing. Those are my thoughts and opinions on this book. I really loved Scarlett as a female main character, which I like. I wasn't always a big fan of her, especially during the third act breakup, but overall, fun time, fun experience, which brings us to the end of this reading challenge. I'm so proud of myself, guys. You have no idea. I have tried to do 24-hour challenges so many times and always failed. So doing a successful 24-hour challenge is just the highlight of my day. I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed filming it. Stick around because I have so many exciting things coming up in 2026. I've just planned a big chunk of my reading year already. I'm so excited about what I'm going to be sharing with you guys. So please do stick around. My Discord book club link is always attached in the description below. We are currently choosing our January book pick, but by the time this video comes out, maybe it will get chosen. But if it isn't, do join the Discord book club as well. We have fun, and I'll see you the next one. Bye.